Yeah, so just first, I just want your initial thoughts on some of the struggles that your team had today.
Well, I mean, I think the one thing that's evident, and it's been, you know, it's been improving, but, our number one challenge is to find consistency, and it's been a battle for us. And now this is a new team, it's a new team and with different guys and with Wes and Caleb and, different guys, but it's still the same battle, the consistency. We are consistently inconsistent. We're that within the context of a half. We're in that within the context of a game. And I think it's pretty evident, So, I mean, what you have to do is Caleb's playing his third college game, and Kyle's out there for whatever. And we're trying to build this team, and I think there's something there. We got to figure out a way to get some guys to be just consistent, and it starts in practice. It starts in being ready to practice. It's like a daily thing, because in college basketball, if you're not consistent, right, what's going to happen is there's going to be a bad 4 minutes. And all that happened today to me watching the game was the last 4 minutes and 50 seconds were exactly like the first 5 minutes of the game. All they did were get offensive rebounds. All they did was beat us to loose balls. And all those loose balls and beating us ended up to being a 3 here, going to the foul line there. And because of that, our offensive possessions were a little stilted, a little off. Now, give them credit. They switch and try to, and that bothered us. But I thought we figured it out as the game went on. We were like, okay, you had to grind it out. It's one of those days, right? And we did. But because we because we started that way, it's in there, you know what I mean? And the other team knows it's in there. And the other team in the last 450, they beat us to the ball. And that's why they won the game.
Yeah, and if you can think of like anything specific, what do you think your team needs to do to kind of overcome kind of what happened in those last couple of minutes?
Well, I mean, I just think it's the consistency, and we like I said, they know what I'm talking about. They know how we have to, our defense was good enough tonight. We just couldn't get the rebound when it counted at the end there. They had 5 offensive rebounds, or we fouled them. So what it is just it's experience. It's experience. It's playing in the games. It's playing in the games together. It's those guys that are on the court, the 8, 9 guys that are playing right now. It'll become more, other guys will, as they grow through their careers, they'll play. It's like the learned behavior of, you got to be so consistent, because night in, night out in Division I college basketball, if you're not, this is what happens. And then you're unhappy, and you got to learn how to make yourself be happy. You do it by being consistent every day, by being consistent in your approach, by being consistent in, okay, like I said, we just concentrate on doing what we do, believe in what we do. We're making strides that way. But you have these games, and the games reveal, where you're at. Right? And right now where we're at is we've made progress, but we're still really inconsistent. And we got to have a collective, like, sort of coming together to say, we're going to lick this inconsistency. And I think we have the pieces to do it. They need the experience. Do they have to go through some of these things? Yeah. But we got to learn from that, and it's an individual and then a collective thing. We got to get that sort of coming down to practice every day. We got a game. And, we're still youthful and inconsistent in that regard.
Yeah, what progress or improvement did you see today?
I mean, obviously, you can see, I was just talking to Wes, the more Wes plays, the more he's going to learn, the more he's going to learn how much even harder he has to move. You know what I mean? Like, there's still so much more, hardness he can play with, because now he's got to play, he's got to learn that. We make him go run and get every rebound when we do a certain, like, running drill, and he does it. And we're doing it so that when you play in the half court, Wes, you move that way and that hard. Now, when's that going to come? That's going to come along. The experience he's getting in playing, and then the other thing is we have to continue to get the experience as a group playing with Caleb and Wes, because we still don't have it. We are playing differently. We're playing with those 2 guys. We're playing through them. We're playing to their strengths. And tonight, as the game went along, okay, there we are. We're just handing the ball off on the perimeter again. And we got to get out of that and really learn and have the consistency of, no, we're playing with those two guys. And if when we are, I see certain things show up in our offense, and when we don't, well, that's when you see some of these snafus and, things that, well, we're not playing that way anymore, but let's learn be it. We got to keep getting better at it. We have gotten better at playing with those two guys. We got to keep getting better at it, and we got to really wrap our hands or arms around that, because that's this team. So, you got to give them credit that they, we knew they were going to switch. And again, early in seasons, guys that haven't played that much, we put in a switching things, and how good are we at picking it up in 2 days? Well, when you don't have sort of that veteran team or whatever, when new guys, okay, well, you don't pick it up that quick. But I know this. I think we could have picked it up a little bit better than what we did in 2 days. And that's the improvement that we got to see, because you're going to have a game and you're going to have to say, hey, guys, you got to do this because this is what the other team, and you got to be able to pick it up, because it's nothing brand new. It's nothing that we just invented. It's related to everything that we do. And again, we gotta learn from that.
Yeah, and both Ethan and Wes had mentioned maybe lacking a little bit of confidence today. Is that something that you saw or that you've been seeing?
I mean, I don't know. Like I said, and those guys will tell you, I know where confidence comes from. Consistency. You know what I mean? Like a consistent approach, a consistent, daily approach, a consistent way of playing possession to possession the same way. That's confidence, and we don't, so does that mean we're not confident? No, to me, what I think it means is we're inconsistent. When we're inconsistent, where's the confidence? That's the value of consistency. We got to develop it, because then, okay, we'll be confident. And confidence really means is you're playing the same way every possession on offense. You're playing the same way every possession on defense. And you're playing the same possession on defense the same way so that you get the rebound. and when you don't, well, and it all goes together, you know what I mean? If you don't have a good offensive possession, that helps the other team. They go down, they feel better about themselves, and, that's what we got to learn. So I don't know if it's really confidence. It's called consistency. And when you are consistent, you're confident. You're confident in yourself. You're confident in your teammates. You're confident in what we are doing as a group. So that's what we're gonna work our tails off to get better at.
Initial thoughts. What went well for you guys today, and what did you guys struggle with?
We found a way to get our center the ball. Wes was able to make some plays for us, get to the free throw line. They were being aggressive, and he was taking advantage of that. We just didn't play well overall as a team. Terrible defense, terrible offense. Guys not knowing what they're doing, and the frustration is overbearing and it's contagious. And that's something we for sure have to work on, is overcoming that. But it was just terrible today.
Yeah, what was the conversation like at halftime to kind of try to get over some of the woes from the first half?
Just knowing what we're doing. Guys were clueless on the court, and that just can't happen. You can't win games with 3 guys know what they're doing and the other 2 don't. And just having the personal drive to get stops on defense and not allow them to dictate what you're doing on offense. Kind of having that just confidence to be a player within your own space. We're lacking that right now, so we definitely have to find a way to overcome that and get guys who know how to play and want to play the way we play and have the confidence to do it even when the other team is being aggressive.
You were able to tie it up kind of late there. Can you walk me through that and kind of your thoughts during that?
Wes was able to make some big free throws, chip away at that lead. Guys made shots. At the end of the day, we knew what we were doing at that point of the game. We were able to tie it up, but it's not enough to tie it up and go up 2 or whatever we were up. We got to finish that run, and we just didn't finish the way we wanted to. Just went back to the way that things went in the first half, so not a good turnout for us tonight.
Yeah, what do you think you guys need to do to finish games and kind of pull away from the team and the other team late in the half?
We just gotta find guys We got to find it within ourselves to, like I said, be confident in the way we play. A lot of guys, myself included, we're just not showing up when it's time to, and it's really affecting the team overall. Shot terribly today myself, and overall, defense, other guys, and as a whole, we just weren't playing the way that I know we can play. And I say that after every loss or bad stretch, but if that continues to be our identity, then that's something that has to change. Because it's not who we are, but it keeps showing up, and we have to find a way to nip it in the bud.
So you had a good performance today, particularly at the free throw line. Can you just kind of talk about your performance from your point of view and what went into that?
The coaches told us all week that they were going to be switching and there were going to be a smaller lineup. So I just came to this game, just try to play with some confidence and take advantage of them switching and having the smaller guy on me. And then I've been working on my free throws because so far this season I just haven't been shooting that well out there. So I worked on those and paid off a little bit. I should have made a few more, but that's what went into that.
Yeah, so free throws have been something that you've been focusing on. Was that just like in the past week or all season that you've been focusing on those?
I would say all season. I know so far this season I have not shot well from the free throw or the three. So I've been just trying to get some extra shots up and just work on that so I could be here for the team and play better.
Yeah, and from your perspective, what do you think contributed to some of your team's struggles today?
I think we did, rebounded. I think they out rebounded us today, and they were smaller and we were a bigger lineup. We should have out rebounded them, and we just gotta play with confidence. I feel like we lacked a little bit of confidence today. So if we play for more confidence and rebounded, I think it could have been a different outcome.
Yeah, for sure. And I know today, wasn't the greatest, but what do you think you did well today, or your team did well today?
Like Ethan said, I think just playing through the bigs and knowing that there was a mismatch, I think that was one positive. And just I think we, I know like when we were catching up there and we tied it up, I feel like they were playing with that confidence. Everybody was hitting shots. We were doing what we were supposed to do, and then we just fell off there at the end.